Hello and welcome to the channel, and welcome to this match play game of Taken Hold between the Chaos Space Marines and the Dark Angels. Taken Hold is a really simple one. It's when you get 5, 10 and 15 for the primaries, and we're doing Crucible battles. So there's 5 objectives, one in the centre, one kind of in the quarter in each quarter, and then it's the corner to the middle and the middle to the corner for deployment, all marked out by dice. The mission rule for today is raise banners. So if we've got battle line units on objectives at the end of our turn, we get a point towards our secondary score. It's not particularly amazing. We'll probably forget about it, or it won't be of much use, but that's the mission rule. I think you haven't even got any battle line units, so no. I've only got one, so it might not even come up. But anyway, that's what we're doing. For the terrain and things, there's ruins everywhere. They're all obscuring, so you can't shoot through or over them. But if you're wholly within, you can shoot out, and if you're in them, you can get shot at because they have windows. There's also other bits of terrain around, like crates and things, and so that will give you benefits of cover as well if you're obscured by them or in those areas. The other little trees scattered about are just for decoration to make it look nice. So that's the terrain and the mission. Before we see the guests for today and the armies, hit the like button if you like it. Hit subscribe if you want to see some more. There'll be a battle report or something every single week. And without further ado, the guest for today is...
It's me.
It's John.
Hello.
He's back with your Dark Angels. Yeah. It's been a while.
It has been.
Yes, there's been some changes, but not much for Dark Angels.
Not much, which is good for me.
Yes. Your detachment, because you like the Unforgiven one, has changed slightly. You can now pick a unit to increase its OC, which is nice, I guess.
Might come in handy, we'll see.
And then the other thing is, if you're battle shot, you are still OC1, so you can always hold objectives even if you're battle shot, which is kind of nice. And obviously you've got over moment, so you can point at something and delete it from the board, or reroll all hits against it.
Yeah.
So that's good. What have you got on your list today?
Okay, right, let's start at the front. So my Warlord is sort of a lion.
Yes.
Yeah, hopefully he'll go around cutting things up.
Yeah, and he can go through walls now. That's a change since last time.
Yeah, which he should do. He can smash through a wall.
Yeah, or just walk through a door.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's him.
Yeah.
He's got loads of cool abilities we'll get to in game. And most importantly, if he's near one of your units, he gets lone operative. So kind of like a bodyguard, but not quite.
Yeah.
All right, what else you got?
Right, okay. So we got Azrael.
Yeah.
And so he gives me an extra CP when he's on the board.
He does, yeah. And he gives his unit sustained hits and an invulnerable save.
Yeah. Yeah, 4-person vulnerable, so that's nice.
Yeah.
He'll be with a lieutenant. And they'll be joining a squad of Hellblasters, 10 Hellblasters.
Lovely. So you've got 10 Hellblasters with lethal because of the lieutenant, sustained because of Azrael, an invulnerable save, and the ability to fall back, shoot, and charge because of lieutenant.
Yes.
That sounds brilliant. I'll enjoy that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what else have you got?
Right. So next of them, a squad of 10 Sternguard veterans.
Right.
And so they've just got the Sternguard bolt rifles.
Yeah, the better bolt rifles.
Yeah. And there'll be Apothecary will be joining them.
You've got a little medic there.
A little one.
He literally is a little medic.
That's
fine.
So,
if I kill any of them, he can pick one of them back up each turn, which is nice.
Yeah.
And I think if I kill the entire unit, he might get you a CP as well.
Yeah, he does something.
But you got Azrael giving you CPs anyway, so yeah, moot. But okay, cool.
Yeah. Right, behind those, we've got 2 5-man squads of infiltrators.
Cool, okay. So they've got the denied deep strike bubble thing. And they've both got healing gauntlets with pains.
Yeah.
So
all kitted out.
With things.
5-man squad of Deathwing Terminators with the Cyclone missile launcher.
Yeah, cool, okay. Yeah. And they get watches in the dark, don't they?
So
once per game they can get Fiona Pain to mortal wounds.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then a 5-man squad of Deathwing Knights.
Because they're really chonky.
Yes.
4 wounds each, -1 damage. Pretty good in combat now as well. I think some of their profiles got changed from when they first got released. Yeah. So they're going to be a pain to get rid of. Okay.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So behind those we've got a Ballistas Dreadnought.
Yes.
So Laos cannons, missile launchers, all the nice stuff. Yeah.
And the ability to reroll hits himself, which is nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Land Raider.
All the guns.
Yeah.
It's a Land Raider.
What more can you say about that? Yeah, a Land Raider.
What's going to go in the Land Raider today?
Probably the Hellblasters.
Yeah, that's what you normally put in it, isn't it? Keep them safe until they come out and shoot something.
Yes.
Because obviously you've got Terminators and things, but no, Hellblasters, okay.
Yeah.
What else you got?
And finally, we have a Vindicator.
Vindicator, because you wanted a big gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like them.
Yeah, they're good. They're very tough these days as well.
Yeah.
2-up save. And things like cover and armor contempt, they can become very difficult to kill.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Okay. Starting things in Deep Strike. Terminators going to start in Deep Strike
Probably
on the board.
Deep Strike, yes. Maybe the Lion.
Yeah, because you can Deep Strike as well,
You
can
can,
potentially?
yeah.
Okay. But you can walk through walls now, so you can just run them down the middle, can't you?
Yeah,
Potentially?
could do.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'll let you figure that out.
Yeah.
And we'll go and look at some chaos. Right, Chaos Space Marines for today. I'm using an attachment I haven't tried out yet. The Fellhammer Siege Host, or whatever it's called. It's the Iron Warriors one, which gives the entire army -1 to wound from ranged attacks if the strength is above the toughness. Basically, it's not really going to affect your bolters very much, but your bigger strength weapons like your las cannons, demolish cannons, things like that will be -1 to wound against most things, which is quite good really, because demolish cannons, being strength 14, would normally wound a Land Raider on 3s. Not today, it's 4s.
That makes me sad.
But your las cannons, which will wound on 4s, will still wound on 4s. So yeah, it helps some things but not others, and then it's got lots of strats to make me more resilient from range or more annoying to get into combat with. It's probably the easiest way of putting it. And then obviously I've got the Dark Packs, so every time I select a unit to shoot or fire, I can do lethal or sustained hits at a risk of mortal wounds. But without further ado, what's in my list today? Well, you've got the Lion, I've got a Abaddon. So we can have a proper smash in the middle, potentially, maybe somewhere. Or I might just run away from him. But if he's in Deep Strike, I don't know where he's going to be, do I? So that's the thing. But I could be in Deep Strike too. So
Good.
they could both start in Deep Strike.
Yeah.
So Abaddon with 10 Terminators. I mean, yeah, I don't think I need to say much more about that. It's a big Brit you have to deal with, which will go around hopefully killing whatever it touches. So yeah, and Abaddon's got a real hits aura, so he's really nice. So yeah, lovely, charming. I've also got the Cypher, because you're Dark Angels, so I brought a Dark Angel. He's a lone operative, he'll run around being a nuisance, hopefully help getting some points. And he's quite good in combat now, because those guns he's got, he can shoot in combat, which is nice.
Well, you brought some more Dark Angels, but they're just on the end of spikes.
Yeah, like, I mean, Abaddon's standing on one. I mean, you know. All my Chaos Space Marine heads that are on the spikes and things are all Dark Angels. That's because I've played John for many years, so I got good at painting Dark Angel heads. I've got a Chaos Lord in Terminator armour. He's just by himself, he can half damage, so he's a bit of a tank. I've got a Sorcerer in Terminator armour, again by himself. You can just deep strike down and help with secondaries potentially, and also increase AP in my shooting phase. In fact, it's not even in the shooting phase. He points at something in the shooting phase, but whatever he points at, I get extra AP against until my next shooting phase. So I'll get extra AP in shooting and combat, which is quite nice. Death Hex. So that's what he does. I've got a unit of 10 chosen with a Sorcerer, so they're going to be -1 to hit all the time, and they'll be advancing, shooting, charging, fallback, shooting, charging, all the fun things, all the fun toys, and they're going to be inside a Land Raider. Because you got Hellblasters in a Land Raider? I've got chosen in a Land Raider. All right, we'll see who comes out first. Yeah. So yeah, I've got Land Raider, and I've also got 5 Plague Marines, because they're the same amount of points as Legionaries, but they're better because they're actually tougher and they get all the cool weapons and things, and they still got the battle line keyword. So 5 Plague Marines, and they'll be going in a Rhino joined with 5 Havocs in the Rhino with las cannons and missile launchers. They themselves never suffer modifiers to hit rolls or ballistic skills, so they'll always hit on 3s basically. So if you pop smoke, not going to bother them. Also got some Nurglings because they're cheap and they can infiltrate and deep strike and things. So they're just useful little units to have. And they're also annoying and a bit smelly. And then I've got 2 Obliterators because Obliterators. They've got big guns. They'll be -1 to wound if you shoot them from range, and they're toughness 7. So they could be annoying to get rid of. And I've got a stratagem where I can pick a unit and just shoot into combat. So even if you charge, for example, the Terminators or the Obliterators, and you think, oh, I've tied them up in combat, they can't shoot. For a CP, I could just shoot you point blank with the Obliterators. So that's fun. So that is my list. And now we just need a roll to see who's going to be defender and attacker and deploying where and things. Right, now for the roll that doesn't matter to see who deploys where. After you, John. It's a 5. It was almost a 1.
Almost.
That's a 6. Okay, well, I'll choose to defend, so I'll be down this end, which means you'll be that end. And I'll get a better camera angle. We'll deploy, we'll alternate, and we'll be back. Okay, and we're back after deployment. The Chaos are down here, and some in the middle. And the Dark Angels are over there with some in the middle. So in terms of my deployment, I've got the Obliterators in Deep Strike with my Sorcerer and Terminator armor, so I've got options later on. And then I've got all the Chosen in the Land Raider here, right in the middle, behind this ruin here. And I've decided to park all my Terminators behind the Land Raider, because it's a mobile piece of terrain as far as I'm concerned, that Land Raider, so I can sort of hide as I advance behind it. I put my Nurglings right in the centre to basically restrict where you can infiltrate more than anything else. So that's why they've gone there. Cypher's on this flank, he's a lone operative, so you can't shoot him. And you've got infiltrators here, but I've made sure that even if you move, you're not going to be in range to shoot him. So he should be safe for a while, and you can run down there and be annoying. My Lord and Terminator armor sitting on the home objective. He's really tanky. He should be able to sit there and hold it most of the game. Hopefully, maybe. We'll find out. And then I've got a Rhino here with my Havocs and my Plague Marines in, ready to swoop round and go down this flank towards that objective. The Land Raider obviously could go either that way, or wherever it needs to go with the guys inside. So that's mine. Fairly straightforward. What are the Dark Angels doing, John?
So yeah, I've got a squad of infiltrators on that objective.
Yeah.
I've got the Stone Guard with the Apothecary, with the Ballista's Dreadnought behind that building.
Yes.
The Lion and the Deathly Knights just in the middle there. They're gonna run forwards.
Yeah, cool.
So
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, the Land Raider with Azrael and the Hellblasters.
The party bus.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Got another squad of infiltrators with the Vindicator.
On that flank there. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So nicely spread out. Looks as though we might have the Lion versus a Bandit in the middle of the board at some point.
Yeah, that's what we want to see.
That's what we came here for. So cool. Okay. And then in Deep Strike, you've got your unit of Deathwing Terminators. So you've got some Deep Strike options as well. All right. So now all we need to do is roll off to see who goes first. So after you. Okay. Good luck, sir. It's a 6. It's the Lion.
Yeah, it's the Lion.
That's not a 6. So the Dark Angels will go first. So we'll draw some cards, do the command and movement phase, and then we'll be back. Okay, into turn 1 for the Dark Angels. You've put O for a moment on the Nurglings, because there wasn't really anything else you could get into position to shoot at. Yeah. Apart from the Land Raider with your Dreadnought, but that gets its own rerolls anyway, so that's fine. And then your secondaries, you have extend battle lines and engage in all fronts. So you need to try and get in 3 or 4 quarters. There was a slight chance at doing that, but hasn't been made possible. And extend battle lines, you didn't even have to move anything to get that, because you already infiltrated onto one. Yeah. So you're definitely extending your battle lines, and you've done a bit of moving. Your infiltrators are spread out a little bit.
Yeah.
Your ballistas have come around the corner, as mentioned, to shoot the Land Raider.
Mm-hmm.
You got a nice long advance on the Stern Guard,
yes.
And then they moved up with your Terminators in the line behind that ruin.
Yeah.
Land Raiders moved forwards to shoot Nurglings, I guess. Yeah. And the Vindicator tried to get engaged on all fronts, but it's too slow.
Yeah. Didn't quite get it, make it on the advance roll.
Needed a 6 for that, basically.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that was your move. And then the Lion you activated is Feel No Pain to Mortal Wounds thing, because the other ones weren't much use at this stage. So that's that. So on to shooting then, I guess, John. Where would you like to start?
I'll do the Ballistas.
Okay, I'm guessing he's going into the Land Raider.
Into the Land Raider, yeah.
I could. Do I want to? Okay, I was thinking about whether to pop smoke or something, but I'm not going to. So what's shooting first from the Ballistas, John?
So the last cannon, the Ballistas last cannon.
All right, so 2 shots.
Yeah. 2 shots.
2 shots hitting on 3s. So you can re-roll the 1.
Re-roll that one.
So you got a hit.
A hit, okay.
And then you need to win on a 4. Strength 12 plus 12. Not a wound, unfortunately. Okay. Right. And then you got your crack missiles.
2 shots in there, yeah.
2 more shots,
there you
go. And they both hit, yeah.
Both hit.
And you'll need 5s to wound on these. They're both wounded. That's quite good. Okay. So AP 2, right? But there's a bit of cover, so 3 up saves.
Okay.
So I'm absolutely fine.
You're fine. Right.
Right, moving on in the shooting phase to the Land Raider. You can see some Nurglings, and they're the open moment targets. So you got to unload a Land Raider into a bunch of Nurglings because you've got nothing else to shoot at. You're not using Hunter Killer, but everything else is going in.
Yeah.
What are you going to start with?
Start with the las cannons.
Las cannons into Nurglings.
Why not?
Okay, hilarious.
Yeah.
Right, so you got 4 shots.
4 shots. Here we go.
And you can re-roll the misses.
Okay.
Open moment. That one was a hit. So you've hit all 4 times. You're definitely winning on 2s. They don't get -1 a wound because they're not Astartes.
Okay.
They're little Nurglings.
Good.
So they've all wounded.
Yeah.
But it's alright, they get 6+ invulnerable saves, John. They'll be fine. One of them will be.
One, yeah.
Okay, so d6 + 1 damage 3 times 1 at a time. So you've got 4 wounds a base. So that base has still got a wound left. Now it's dead. And then the last one only takes 2 off another base. So you've killed a base and a half with las cannons.
Okay.
So that's one dead.
Okay, what else you got?
Let's do the twin heavy bolter.
Thank you.
Heavy bolters, yeah. So hitting on 3s and re-rolling.
Reroll. Luckily.
So you've hit twice. They're going to win on 3s. And they're twinning. Don't need 2. So 2 more 6+ invulnerable saves. You killed the base that was wounded and wounded the last base. I've still got some Nurglings left. You got a multi-melter.
Yeah.
That was in range. Let's melt some Nurglings.
There we go. 2 shots.
You can re-roll.
Reroll.
You're winning on 2s. It's AP a billion, but the demons didn't help them. They're dead. Okay, so at the end of the Dark Angels turn 1, they scored 5 on extended battle lines, and then you decided to ditch engaging on fronts and get yourself a CP.
Yeah.
Because, you know, CPs are useful. Especially while Azrael's still in that Land Raider anyway. Because you can't get any extra ones. So Chaos turn 1, I got pretty terrible secondaries. I got Marked for Death and Assassinate, so I spent a CP and got rid of Assassinate, so I've only got the 1 CP now. And then I've got Marked for Death and Bring It Down. So kill vehicles, and then Marked for Death, you said the Lion, the Knights and the Infiltrators?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's impossible. So that'll be going at the end of my turn for a CP. But Bring It Down, I can potentially do. There was a Dreadnought that I could maybe shoot at, and a Land Raider. So I'm going to go for the Land Raider because I could basically get more guns to bear. The Havocs could have got out the Rhino and got line of sight on your Dreadnought, but they didn't have the range. Even on the smaller boards these days, I'd be right the way back here. You're all the way back over there. So instead they've got out and gone into the ruin here. I have some shots at the Land Raider. Rhino's driven around the corner. The Land Raider's moved. I can just about see yours with the front of my Land Raider. Being careful not to park the Land Raider in front of my Havocs so the Havocs can still see. Abaddon's done his reroll all hits bubble, so then my Land Raider and Havocs get some nice rerolls. Terminator's in the Abaddon advanced, so they've moved around. I've got one guy sitting back here just to help screen out a bit with the Chaos Lord and Terminator armour. And the Cypher's staying where he is to screen out this area as well, really. I don't really want to run him forwards just yet and start being a menace. So essentially, it's can I kill the Land Raider? Yes or no? I'm going to start with the Havocs. Bring everything into your Land Raider.
Yeah.
They always hit on 3s regardless, but you could potentially do Armour of Contempt if you wanted to.
Okay. Yeah.
Did you want to?
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Armour of Contempt. Reduce my AP. Because they've got straight shots at you, so you're not getting cover from that, which is quite nice. I don't think you'll be getting cover from the Land Raider either, because from here... oh no, yeah, you do definitely get cover from the Land Raider. But anyway, Havocs. So I'll do a Dark Pact, which they've passed. I'll go for lethal or sustained. I'll go for lethal hits because the crack rockets aren't particularly strong. So I'll go for lethal hits. So las cannons on the Havocs hitting on 3s. Rerolling for Abaddon. And that's lethal. And then this one will win on a 4. Like that. So it's 2 at AP 3, but I'm going to AP 2. So 4+ saves on the Land Raider. One goes through. You want to CP that, John?
Nah.
No? So d6 + 1 damage. I will definitely CP that, because that is terrible. That's a bit better.
Slightly better, yeah.
3 damage.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Right, 2 crack rockets. Rerolling for Abaddon. They've both hit. Winning on 5s. There's up wound, but AP 1 because Armour of Contempt, so a 3+ save. And that goes through as well. D6 damage. CP? No? Yes? No? You're thinking about it?
Nah.
No? 3 damage. So you've lost 6 in total, so you're down to 10. Okay. Moving on to the Land Raider. Alright, continuing the shooting phase, the Land Raider's now going to put everything into your Land Raider. Because that doesn't sound confusing at all. You decided to pot smoke with that, because it does make a difference with the Land Raider. It will Dart Pact, and it passes. I think I'll go for lethals with the Land Raider as well, to be fair, because I've got heavy bolters and... Oh, do I? I'll go for sustain. I'll try and get really cheeky with the last cannons.
Yeah.
So these are going to hit on 4s now. Bit re-rolling for a bad one. 6s will give me additional hits. So re-roll those for a bad one. Okay, so those 2 have both missed because of smoke. But they're sustained, so they've all hit.
Yeah.
These are running on 4s. So 2. AP 3 with smoke and armour content. So these are 3 up saves. You make both of them. I think I'm going to kill it now. Heavy bolters on 4s. Re-rolling. Everything missed. Brilliant. Have a launcher. 3 shots. Reroll that one. Turns into 4 shots. This is winning on 6s though. There's a wound at AP zilch, so you're absolutely fine. I've got a combi weapon, which are out to 5, and I can reroll, and it's missed. Right, okay, so that's all my shooting done. That is the end of my turn. And that was highly successful. I think I'm probably going to ditch both those cards, get a CP, and then hopefully get something better in my turn 2.
Yeah.
As we're going to Dark Angels, turn 2. Right, on to Dark Angels turn 2. You've got 10 on the primary for the 2 objectives with the infiltrators on, basically. So that's quite good. And then you've got established locus and no prisoners. You did have... What was the one you got rid of? Kill the Horde. Essentially, kill the beginning of Terminators. You thought that's not really possible. So you spent a CP and got rid of that. So established locus, do an action either in the centre of the board or in my deployment zone. And then no prisoners, kill things. You've over-momented the Land Raider. It looks as though we're going to have a Land Raider off.
Yeah.
Before we have a Chosen and Hellblaster off.
Yes.
And then not much has moved really. The Stone Guard have advanced into the ruins. They're on multiple levels so they can shoot out. Your Terminators have walked into the ruins, so they're within 6 to deploy a teleport hammer essentially in the middle there with the lion behind them. And then your Vindicator and Land Raider have come around the corner to shoot my Land Raider. So that's a thing. So yeah, onto the shooting phase, I guess. You've kept your Terminators in deep strike for now, so they'll be coming down next turn.
Yeah.
So, because I don't think there was much space for them to come in this turn, really.
No.
I just wanted to put them here and then just watch them die to a bad one. Right, we're starting the shooting phase of the Vindicator, putting everything into the Land Raider. I'm assuming you can shoot the Hunter Killer as well.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I've spent both my command points, John. One on
Okay.
popping smoke. I'm getting cover anyway, but -1 to hit helps against Oath a little bit, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
And 1 on steadfast determination. So now it's a 5 up 3 pain against all ranged attacks this phase, which is glorious. So let's see if you can crack it open.
Let's see.
What do you want to start with?
Right, start with Vindicator.
The Demolisher Cannon.
Demolisher Cannon.
D6 plus 3. So good starts, 8 shots.
8 shots. That's what we want.
Well, I wanted 4 shots, that would have been nice.
7, 8. Here we go.
So you hit on 4s because of smoke, but you got Oath a moment. Which hopefully might help me a little bit. Maybe. Who knows? No, it didn't help me at all. But never mind, you're strength 14, which is higher than my toughness, John.
It is.
So I'm -1 wound, so it's going to be 4s to wound.
Lovely.
Yeah. Let's see if that makes any difference. It made a slight difference there. That wasn't very good rolling to wound, was it?
No,
Only 2
not
went
really.
through.
Yeah.
So AP 3, but cover, so AP 2. So 2 4-up saves. Don't make either of them. So these are D6 damage each.
Yeah.
So 2d6. I've got 8 feel no pains to make. Yeah, I don't get armor contempt. I just get feel no pains, which is just as good, maybe.
Yeah.
As long as you can roll 5 ups. I rolled some 5 ups.
Ooh, nice.
So
yeah.
I've lost 5 wounds. So I'm on 11 remaining. And then you've got a Hunter Killer, which will now hit on a 3. And it's hit.
It hits.
And it'll wound on a 4 because I -1 to wound.
It wounds.
Didn't make a difference. 4-up save. I can't make saves. D6 damage.
Oh.
And you haven't got any CP.
No.
So 1 feel no pain. Ow! Okay, down to 10. Has it got a storm bolter or something as well?
Yeah.
I mean, you might as well shoot that, then you've got nothing else to shoot at.
It's 2 shots, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a rapid fire range. Both missed. Smoke did something against the storm bolters, but you got over moment.
Over moment.
They both hit.
Hit.
You need 6s. No. Okay.
No.
Cool. Right.
Okay.
What's next?
Right.
Everything from the Land Raider.
Land Raider. Okay.
Right. 4 las cannons coming in hot, hitting on 4s because
Here we
smoke.
go.
But you got over moment. So you can reroll those. The smoke made a slight bit of difference there. Look at that.
Yeah.
And these are going to win on 4s.
Oh.
Just the one. AP3, 4 up save. I made a save!
Nice.
Multi-melter.
Do you mouse out? I think that'll be around.
2 shots. 4s to hit. And then 5s to win with a multi-melter. Melters aren't very good anymore.
Oh, one.
But that's a wound. AP4, so it'll be a 5 up save because of cover. I don't make that. D6
Okay.
damage. For 4. It's alright, I've got feel no pains. I felt some pain. I felt a pain. I like this feel no pain on Land Raider, it's brilliant. Hunter Killer.
Yeah.
On a 3. Yeah, he smoked did something, but you got it for a moment. Oh no, you hit on a 3, didn't you? What were we talking about? That was a 3. You're winning on 4s though. And that'll be 4 up save to cover. D6 damage. For 3. Feel no pains. And it's just one more going through. I'm on 8 wounds now. Are you enjoying this Feel No Pain, John? I'm enjoying it. It's nice, isn't it?
Do not like it.
You've also got the Heavy Bolter and the Storm Bolter.
Yeah. Right,
You've got more guns.
Heavy bolter. Here we go.
Right, on 4s. O for moment. And then that's sustained, so that goes back in. And then 6s, but re-rolling for twin link. So re-roll all those. 1! 2 up save, because cover. I'm fine. And then you got the Storm Bolter. Which, that misses, but you got Oath. Okay. And, yeah. You've got a Ballistus.
Yeah, I shall do that.
Is that going to go into Land Raider as well?
Yeah, I would like to shoot some Terminators with it, but it's still alive.
Well, you can shoot some Terminators if you like. You'll get real.
Nah,
You'll get to real hits against them as well.
No, it's fine.
No, you want to continue piling on the pain onto the Land Raider.
Yes, yeah.
It's only half damaged so far.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, here we go.
Okay, last cannons. That'll miss because of smoke, but you got it for a moment.
Yeah.
Oh.
Alright, and then rolling to wound with the last cannon. So you need a 4. That's a 4.
That is.
4 up save because of cover and things. I made the save. I'm making saves now. 2 crack missiles. They both hit.
Both hit.
Winning on 5s though. No. So the Land Raider survives. I mean, I did put 2 CP on it.
Yeah.
And it's still.
I don't think I would have killed it, but it would have had.
I made a lot of feel no pains though, John.
Yeah.
But, and then you had some things that hit on 3s that would have, normally missed or hit or whatever. I think that helped. You've got some Stern Guard that can shoot.
Some Stern Guard. They will go into the Terminators.
Yes, that makes sense because your Terminators are doing the deployed teleport aimer thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right.
Let's count some bolt rifle shots. Right, Stern Guard in this tower here. They're all on different levels, shooting out of the windows at the Terminators.
Yes.
That makes sense. See,
Yeah.
20 shots hitting on 3s.
Here we go.
No rerolls or anything here. That looks okay-ish, I guess. I don't know. Right, many hits came through. These are going to win on 5s because they're only shot 4 bolters. But 6s are devastating. There's a couple of devastatings, so they go straight through. And then I've got 2 up saves to make.
Yeah.
Because they're AP1, but there's definitely loads of cover in the way. So you've got to terminate it down to a wound, basically, with devastating wounds. I'll put it on that chat at the back there. Cool. So that's what you're shooting done, isn't it, I guess?
That is.
And
Yeah.
there's no charging, because they're busy establishing a locust. So you've got 2 points for establishing a locust and nothing for no prisoners. I guess we'll go on to Chaos. Turn 2. These turns are very short today.
Yeah.
Right, Chaos Space Marine turn 2. I only got 5 on the primary because I only had my home objective. Wasn't able to get over there, so okay, fine. Dark Angels scored 2 on established locus, so it's a 17-5 lead at the moment. But secondaries this turn were quite good. Pioneering lines and containment. I can max both of those, and here's how. First off, Cypher, he's staying where he is because he could have moved up, but he wouldn't have been far enough to contain, so he's just going to stay there. Chaos Lord's staying there as well. Terminators have moved forwards. The Land Raider has shuffled a little bit, but I only moved the Land Raider after the Chosen got out, had a really big advance and ran right up to your tanks there, and you decided to overwatch them, which then meant I can move my Land Raider without you overwatching that, so that's fine. Havocs have moved a little bit to essentially get within Abaddon's aura for re-rolls. So that's what's going on there. Chosen are over here. They can still shoot and charge because they're Chosen. And then the Rhino's driven over here with the Plague Marines in it, and that's going to sit on that objective and contain this board edge. They can't contain their excitement in that Rhino. Those Plague Marines, they're very happy. They're loving themselves. Praise to Nurgle. So big pile of stuff here. Chosen running over there, containing over there, them staying in there. And then for behind enemy lines, there was a little gap between the Infiltrators and the Ballistas. Just the right size for 3 bases to fit in, because luckily my Deep Strike units are really tiny units. So my Obliterators have come in along with the Sorcerer, so that's 2 units for behind enemy lines. And once my Sorcerer is pointed at your Ballistas and tried to increase AP, because that's just an ability in the shooting phase, he does it, it's not an attack or anything, he can then still do an action and contain the edge over here. So I can max all my secondaries like that. So we'll go into the shooting phase. He'll point at the Ballistas, and as long as I don't roll a 1, we'll increase the AP on that. I'll do this now before I forget, because I'm aware you're about to overwatch my Chosen.
Yeah.
But I'll just roll this before I forget. No, cool.
Okay.
So I'll have extra AP against that.
Yeah.
Let's light up some Chosen with, I'm assuming, the Land Raider.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you going with first?
I'll do the last cannons.
The last cannons. Okay, 4 last cannons on 6s. Here we go. Nothing.
No. Okay.
Okay.
Multi-melter?
Multi-melter?
Multi-melter. 2 shots.
You got a hit.
1.
It would normally wound on a 2, but it's going to wound on a 3 because Iron Warriors things.
Yes.
It has wounded though, and it is AP a billion. I'm definitely not getting a save from there, and that's definitely melter range. You've killed one.
Yeah.
Minimum 3 damage. You got a heavy bolt.
Yeah.
So 3 shots for that, and that's sustained. So that's actually got you 2 hits instead of 1. So that's lovely. And it will wound on a 4 instead of a 3.
Mm-hmm.
But at least
no.
But it's alright, it's twin link, you can reroll those.
There we go.
These are AP 1, there's no cover, so 4s. I'm fine. And then you've got a Storm Bolter.
Okay.
So 4 shots.
4 shots.
Definitely in rapid fire range.
Yeah.
Right in front of you. And that misses. But you've killed a Chosen. Okay. I mean, it's less attacks on your Hellblasters if I, crack open your Land Raider first, which is the plan. Right, starting my shooting phase, after I've done the Psycho thing, because that should be done at the start of the shooting phase. Havoc's going into your Land Raider. You're doing Armor Contempt again, because it helped last time. So let's do a Dark Pact with the Havoc's. They failed, so they're going to take D3 mortal wounds. Oh dear. One of them's wounded. Oh no, funny enough, it would be the guy without a heavy weapon. I'll go for lethal hits, and I'll put everything into your Land Raider. So, last cannons on 3s. They both hit. And winning on 4s. Both wounded. AP 3, but armor contempt. So 2 4-up saves. There is no cover in the way. 1 goes through. D6 plus 1. 3 damage. Why am I doing terrible on the damage? Okay, 3. I'll have to accept that. I'm saving my CP for something else. 2 crack rockets. They both hit as well, but no lethals. And they'll wound on 5s. They've both wounded as well, John. But these will be 3-up saves, because armor contempt. 1 goes through.
Oh, still fail 1.
That's 4 damage this time.
Ouchie.
Right, moving on to my Land Raider now. Shooting your Land Raider. I'm just putting everything into it again. I can't possibly fail. I will do a Dark Pact. It's passed. I'll go for lethal hits. So last cannon's hitting on 3s. Rerolling because of Abaddon doing his aura thing. That's lethal. That's a good start. These are then going to win on 4s. One more. But you will be getting cover and armor contempt from these. So these will be 2 free-up saves. One goes through. Oh, d6 plus 1 damage. 6 damage. Now I get a high damage and there's only a few wounds left. It's gone. Does it go gaboom boom? No. You need to roll 12 dice, John, before you move it.
Right.
You need to disimpart your dudes. See if any of them take mortal wounds coming out. Because there's 12 in there, isn't there? Yes. So, any ones?
1, 2.
2. One of the Hellblasters dies in the wreckage. Oh, boo-hoo. Alright, so the Land Raider's finally gone. This unit is chosen now. We're going to put everything into that unit of Hellblasters, which just came out of the Land Raider. It's almost like I planned it. They'll do a Dark Pact, which they pass, so that's fine. I'll do sustained hits. Alright. So I'll start with some combi weapons, which will hit on 4s. But 6s will explode. I didn't get any 6s. And they miss. And these are going to wound on 4s, but they'll be devastating wounds. I've got 1. And you're near the lion, so you'll get a feel no pain to that.
Yeah.
So is it a 4 up for the lion's thing?
Yes. Yeah.
Right, so 1 dice, 4 up. And you're absolutely fine. Brilliant. Okay, right, I'll move on to some bolt guns. Right, bolters then. Let's see if they do any better. These are going to hit on 3s at least. And the 6s will be sustained. Now I get some sustained. That's nice. And these will win on 4s, but these will be full armour saves. So, what's that? 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 3 plus saves.
6, 7.
7 free ups. Here we go. So just the 1 falls. Okay.
Yeah.
And then on the 3 plus, you can shoot on Death John because he's a Hellblaster.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. 1 dice. Yep. Yeah, you can shoot on Death. Brilliant. Okay,
Right.
fantastic.
So,
And then I'll do a supercharged hazardous infernal gaze from the sorcerer for d6 shots for free, which will hit on 3s. And it will wound you on 3s. 6s will be devastating. No devastatings. 2 at AP2, but they got a 4 plus invulnerable save, right?
yes.
So 1 goes through for d3 damage. Kills another guy, and he can shoot back on a 3 plus as well. So I've killed 2, but they're both shooting back. Brilliant. And I've got a hazardous check to make. And I need to do something else. Right, we'll do the chosen shooting back. So they're going to supercharge and shoot back at the chosen because they're already dead. So there's no problem not supercharging. So 4 shots. They're going to hit on 3s. 4s though, because sorcerer. Aha! There we go. Did something. And then they're going to wound on 3s, but 4s because of my attachment thing. So 1 goes through. -3, so it'll be a 6 up. So that's 2 damage. So one of them's down to up wound. And then you also need to take a leadership test because my sorcerer hit you with some psychic attacks. So, and you pass that, so you're fine. You don't take any mortal wounds. Okay, so that's that done. Killed a couple of Hellblasters. You've wounded a chosen. Everyone's having a great time. Now I'll move on to the Terminators, shooting to the Stern Guard over here. Right, moving across to the Terminators now. They're going to Dark Pact and shoot everything into the Stern Guard in here. So let's do a Dark Pact test. They've passed that, but it's not high enough for Abaddon to get me a CP, so boo-hoo. But speaking of Abaddon, let's start with him, shooting into them. I'm going to do, I'll do sustained hits, I think. So Abaddon's going to shoot them hit on 2s, and re-rolling, because Abaddon. And then he's going to wound on 3s. That's 4 AP1, but you're in cover, so 4 free-up saves, but these are 2 damage each.
Yeah.
The Talon of Horus. So he killed 3 of them, all by himself. He's a very bad man, is Abaddon. Right, now I've got the heavy flame that will wash in as well for d6 auto hit for 6. Gonna burn them alive. This will win on 3s. That's pretty good burning. That's 6 4-up saves. So that's another 1.5 dead. Right, now I've got the combi weapons. Some in rapid fire, some not. These are going to hit on 4s, but re-rolling. And all those 6s are sustained. Oh, that's lovely. Look at that. These are 4s, but they'll be mortal wounds. but you've got the lion there with some shrugs. So 4, feel no pains because of the lion's thing, aura, whatever it's called. So 4 dice. So just the 2 wounds taken from that. And now the Reaper autocannon and freeze, re-rolling just as well. That was terrible. But they both have 6s sustain, so there we go. And these are strength 7, so they're going to win on freeze, but 6s are devastating. So 1 3+ save, because AP 1 but cover. Try again. So that's made, and then 1 feel no pain from the devastating. Which you make. Okay. Why aren't they dying? Right, all the combi bolters now from the left of them going... Left of them? Rest of them. I mean, they are to the left. Hitting and freeze, re-rolling. No sustains either. Okay, and then these are going to wound on 4s. These are all going to be 3-up saves. So... 5? 5 3-ups. There is a guy on a wound. Will I get him? Yes, I get him and wound another one. Okay, so I've killed some of them. Alright, it's almost the end of my shooting phase. I've got some obliterators. They're going to shoot this dreadnought that the sorcerer death hexed. So I'm going to do 2 melter shots. So 1 D3 shots each. Oh, but first, Dark Pact. Let's do a Dark Pact. They're fun. They've passed. Let's do sustained hits. And then D3 shots each. So 1 shot each. They're going to hit on freeze. But one of them is sustained. Okay. Strength 12 the melters, so I'm winning on freeze.
Okay.
And these are both AP 4 now. But you are slightly behind cover.
No,
so
you class?
Yeah, I can't see your entire base. So 2 5+ saves. Don't make any. They're 4 damage each, John.
Right.
You've got 4 wounds left.
Yeah.
If I was in melter range, you just would have died. Right, moving into the charge facing, then there's a couple of charges I want to try. Number 1, chosen into Hellblasters. They need a 6, and I do have a CP if I need it. I don't need it, that's just enough, so that's fine. And now, I'll throw the Obliterators into the Ballistas, but I need a 9. It's not a 9. I will CP that. Because why not?
Why not, yeah?
Oh, they're in. It's a 10. Huzzah. Right, the Chosen have made the charge, have piled in. They're all able to fight, so let's fight, I guess. Dark Pact test. They've passed, so that's fine. I'll go with sustained hits. I will start with my Sorcerer and his Force Weapon. It's going to hit you on freeze. I've got 2 sustains. And that's going to wound you on freeze. Like that. So that is 4 at AP 1. So, well, it's 4 ups anyway, isn't it? Hellblasters and Azrael's things. So 4 4-up saves. So 2 go through D3 damage each. So the first one kills a guy, second one kills a guy. So that's 2 down. Let's keep a record of that. 2. And then I've got some Power Fists. Let's hit you with some Power Fists. On freeze with 6s sustaining. Then these are going to win on 2s because Power Fists. So that is 6 more 4+ invulnerable saves or death. So that's 2 more Hellblasters dead. So that's 4 Hellblasters so far. Alright, 3 Hellblasters remain so far. I've got a guy with twin accursed weapons, so he's going to have a go. Hitting on freeze. No sustains. And he's going to wound on freeze, but he's twin linked. So that's 2 more 4-ups. And you're fine. And then I've got a billion normal accursed weapon attacks. It's not a billion, but it's a lot. Hit on freeze, 6s will explode. And he's going to wound on freeze. So many wounds. Right, 12 4-up saves. All 1 damage each. So 1, 2, 3. I've just killed just 2 Hellblasters. So there's a Hellblaster remaining.
There is.
Alright, see if the Hellblasters can shoot on death. 4 of them can, so you can have 4 bolt pistol shots. Because you're in combat. So hitting on freeze, 2 hits, and wounding on 4s. Got a wound through. I've got a chosen on a wound. He's fine though.
He's still on 1 wound.
Right, 1 Hellblaster remains along with Azrael and the Lieutenant. So they'll fight back in a moment. But before then, I've got some Obliterators whacking a Ballista's Dreadnought. That's only got 4 wounds left. Let's see if I can finish it off. Let's do a Dark Pact. They've passed the Dark Pact. I'll go for lethal hits. Because you're toughness 10. So let's hit you on freeze with some crunching fists. And I've got 4 lethals, John.
Ooh.
And I haven't missed once.
Ah, ouchie.
I'm winning on 5s with the rest. So it would normally be AP2, but because of Death Hex, they're actually AP3. So that's 5 up saves. I need 2 to go through, 2 damage each. You're dead.
Oh dear.
Do you want to see if you blow up?
Yeah.
You do?
I do.
Oh no, it's going to hurt some Obliterators. I think it's D3. Do you want to just roll a D3? Pretty sure it's D3. 1 mortal wound and an Obliterator. Okay, I think that was worth it. Yeah, 1 Obliterator's taking a wound, but they're fine. They're in the happy place. They get me behind enemy lines. Meanwhile, Azrael's going to strike back against some Chosen. Hellblaster going in first because I've got a guy who's wounded. Drop dice don't count. 2 hits, wounding on 4s. He's still alive.
Okay.
Now you got Azrael. But you're -1 to hit with his 6 attacks. Because I'm a sorcerer, so he's hitting on 3s. So he's dropped 2, but they would have missed anyway. What's the strength of his, was it Sword of Secrets, whatever it is?
6.
6, so wounding on 3s. They've all wounded. What's the AP of the Sword of Secrets?
-4.
Ow, and damage 2, right?
Yes.
So you've killed the wounded guy, another guy, and wounded another guy. Nice. Right, a couple of Chosen down. The Lieutenant's going to step up with his Mastercrafted Power Weapon or whatever he's got. So he's going to hit on 3s as well because I'm a sorcerer. Didn't make any difference, but there's 3 hits. That'll be lethal, of course. Let's not forget that. And then these 2 will wound on 3s.
Oh, they get sustained as well because of Azrael.
Oh, yes, that's true. All right. So he's managed to get 3 wounds through. AP2. So 5s. And you've killed the wounded guy and wounded another guy. Alright, so some Hellblasters died. Well, most of the Hellblasters. Some Chosen died. A good chunk of the Stern Guard as well. And the Land Raider and the Ballistas. Not a bad turn for me on my turn 2. On top of that, I've actually scored all my secondaries. I've contained myself there and over there. And I'm behind enemy lines there and there. So maximum points, killed some things. A good comeback on the cards for the Black Legion as we go into Dark Angels turn 3. Right, Dark Angels turn 3. You got 10 on the primary again for having the 2 objectives over here with the Infiltrate Whores. And then your secondaries, you've got Eridon and Cleanse. Not bad ones actually, considering you're sort of in a good position for them. So it's currently now 27 to 15 to the Dark Angels. Because at least I got some points last turn. You've over-momented the Chosen.
Yeah.
And you passed your battle shot with Azrael and the remaining Hellblaster and the Lieutenant. So they're fine. They've fallen back because they can fall back shooting charge because of the Lieutenant. Terminators you've dropped in here. Because the Obliterators are causing you a bit of a headache. Want to deal with them. Fair enough. And then the Deathwing Knights and the Lion have come busting through the wall there. They want to try and charge the Terminators. The Lion, you're sticking with the Feel No Pain to Mortal Wounds aura thing, because Abaddon's got lots of devastating wounds, potentially. And then your Stern Guard have run force onto that central objective to area denial and cleanse it. And the Infiltrators are going to cleanse this one over here. And everything else stayed still, didn't it, really? So, yeah. Into the shooting phase, I guess. John, where would you like to start?
Let's start with the Terminators over here.
Terminators into the Obliterators.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I'll do the Cyclone Missile launcher first.
So 2 crack missiles hitting on 3s. 1 is hit. It'll wound on a 4 because I'm -1 wound from range. Ah, it's failed to wound. Right, many Stormbolter shots. Here we go. Hitting on 3s. Right, many hits, wounding on 5s. And we've got some wounds. Right, some 2-up saves. Take a wound off 1. That's cheeky. Okay, moving on to Azrael the Lieutenant and the Hellblaster, all going into the Chosen. The -1 to hit, but you got oath at the moment, so hitting on freeze with Azrael?
2s. Oh yeah, -1.
Freeze
so,
now,
freeze,
yeah. But re-rolling,
Oh.
just as well.
Yeah.
No lethals or sustained or anything, there's no 6s, but they've all hit, and then the strength is?
8.
So it would win on 2s, but it's freeze because of my thing.
Okay.
2 wounds. Is that a devastating wound?
Devastating wounds.
Devastating wounds. That one goes straight through. And then what's the AP for the other one?
Anti-infantry.
Anti-infantry.
4 plus.
Yeah. Oh, so they're both devastating.
Yeah.
What's the damage?
2.
2. Okay. There's some dead Chosen. Right. Lieutenant's going to shoot his Mastercrafted bolter now. So this will also hit on freeze because it's sorcerer.
Yeah.
Both hit though. And it will stick. What's the strength for this? 4s?
4.
So 4 to wound. 1 wound. AP?
-1.
I'm good. And then you've got a Hellblaster with 2 shots, which will obviously supercharge.
Yeah.
Hitting on 4s, and you can reroll for Oath. And that's lethal and sustained. And then these will win on freeze because my -1 to wound. So 2 in total. Neither of those saved. I've got some more dead dudes. Hazardous check. And he's fine. Bit of shooting off camera. Infiltrators into the Sorcerer and Terminator armor. Did nothing. The Lion, as he's running towards the Terminator, looks over his shoulder and will shoot at the Chosen with his plasma variant of the gun. So these are going to hit on freeze because they're -1 to hit. But you can reroll that one. So they both hit. And then they'll be wounding on freeze. 2 wounds at AP 3.
Yeah.
It's covering things in the way. 5s. Both go through. Oh dear. That's not very nice. Alright, final bit of shooting from the Dark Angels, the Vindicator. Stormbolt's going to go into the Chosen. Try and plink the last wound off of that one there. Meanwhile, the Demolisher Cannon is going flat bang straight into the Lamb Raider. So what are we going to start with, John?
Start with Stormbolter.
Stormbolter into the back of that Chosen. Okay, so these are going to hit on 4s because of the Sorcerer. But you got Oath a moment.
4 shots, isn't it? Yeah.
4 shots, you're definitely in rapid fire range. So Oath a moment to reroll that one. Ah, there you go, the Sorcerer helped. And you're going to win on 4s. That's really caught that one. 1 wound. It's all you need though to kill him, but you didn't kill him.
No, it's okay.
And then demolish it into the Lamb Raider.
Yeah.
It's D6 plus 3. 5 shots. These are going to hit on freeze. And you've hit twice. These are going to win on 4s because I'm -1 to wound. And then AP 3, but it's covering the way, so 4 up save. No, and then it's D6 damage. For 1 damage. I mean, you do have a command point, or are you saving it? Because you've got lots of charges you wanted to do.
Yeah.
Save it. Okay.
Save it.
So it's down to 7 wounds now, but it's below half strength now, so that's the thing. Alright, that's all you're shooting done, isn't it? So
Yeah.
where would you like to start charging first?
Right.
I am going to be really annoying, John.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend a CP on something really cool. Spending a CP on Siegecraft on my Obliterators, so you've got -2 to charge them.
Okay.
That's now an 11-inch charge with those Terminators.
Right. Yeah.
Did you want to start with that one?
Yeah, let's do it.
See, look, it made a difference because that was 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather be able to shoot you before you go and charging in, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay. No, you're not going to CP an 11-inch charge, are you?
No.
That'd be madness.
No.
Okay, so moving on.
Right. The Lion is going to
Line into the Terminators.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to go very far.
Even.
That's definitely
Right,
enough.
Yeah. The Knights are going to go into the Terminators.
The Knights can swing in as well. 6?
6. I don't think that is. Let's just measure.
Okay, charges are in. We also did the charge for Azrael and the Lieutenant back into the Chosen. It was unfailable. The Lion, you've done Epic Challenge for a CP. So he's now got Precision. Abaddon's there. So what you're going to do is you're going to throw your sword over the Terminators into Abaddon's face, or at least try to.
Like a boomerang, it will come back to me.
Yes. So he hits on 2s.
Yeah.
So hitting on 2s with the strike attack. You've dropped 1. And he has
Lethal
lethal hits.
Yeah.
So that's 4 wounds already. And then, what's the strength of it?
12.
So they're going to wound on 2s. Oh dear. That's 7 invulnerable saves. Okay. And they'll be on Abaddon and then the Terminators, because precision. Okay, this could be interesting. 4 damage, did you say?
Yeah.
I think the bad one's dead. 4, 8, yeah, he's dead. And then you've killed, there was a wounded Terminator and another one, so you killed 2 Terminators as well. Oh, that wasn't very nice, was it? I mean, he's a Primarch. Right, the bad man has fallen to the Primarch of the First Legion, so naturally his Deathwing Knights are going to follow suit and smack a bunch of Terminators.
Yeah.
So what are we starting with?
Right, so we start with the Great Weapon of the Unforgiven.
That sounds like fun.
The Sergeant's weapon, basically.
Cool, so that hits on 2s.
Yeah, so 5 attacks.
They've all hit.
They've all hit.
Okay.
No
No sixes,
so
no. What's the strength for this?
6.
Okay, so freeze to wound. There's a 6 there. Does that have devastating wounds?
Devastating wounds, yeah.
Okay. So what's the AP on the other ones?
-2.
So 2 invulnerable saves. I fail them both. What's the damage of this thing?
2.
So 2, 2 and 2. Right, killed and wounded a Terminator. Right, now the rest of them going in with their maces of absolution or whatever they're called.
That's the one.
Right, so these are hitting on 2s as well. No lethal sustain?
No.
No, it's have anti-vehicle monster, which isn't going to help you. What's the strength for these?
6.
So wounding on freeze. Many 4+ invulnerable saves, I'm guessing. AP2.
AP2.
Turn 4+ invulnerable saves. 2 damage a time. So that's another dead Terminator and another dead Terminator. You killed 2 more Terminators. Right, we'll come back to this fight in a moment with the Terminators. There's half of them remaining. We'll go over across to Azrael, the Hellblaster and Lieutenant, trying to finish off those chosen. There's a guy on a wound, so naturally the Hellblaster is going to punch him in the face.
Yeah.
On 4s though. Please hit every time. No 6s, and then winning on 4s. Nothing. Okay, I guess Azrael will do it then.
Nothing like a
Right.
button.
Right, Lieutenant going first, hitting on freeze because of the Sorcerer. So that's pretty good. So that one goes out. They also wound, and then 2 go back in, and they're going to wound on freeze.
Freeze.
So you get 5 wounds in total. Good work there from the Lieutenant. 5 up saves. So there was a guy who's wounded. You've killed him, and another one. Right, well, Azrael finished off the Chosen. They were chosen as the open moment target. Funny. Hitting on freeze because I'm a sorcerer, but rerolling for oath. Just as well. That wasn't good hitting, was it? That's not much better. You still drop 1 and no 6s. But these will all wound on freeze or something? Strength 5 or something?
Strength 6, yeah.
Strength 6. So freeze, but it's got devastating. So only the 2 wounds from Azrael. Oh dear.
Dear, oh dear.
What's the AP of this thing?
4.
AP 4? Oh, well, let's just kill the guy then. Okay, coming back across to here, Terminators. I've piled in, everything's going into the line. These guys have got 4 wounds each from -1 damage. I might kill 1 or 2. It's not going to do anything. But if I'm lucky, I might remove the lion. I'll do a Dark Pact. I've failed. Oh dear, I take some mortal wounds. And one of them's already on a wound, so he's now dead. Brilliant. So that's now these attacks have gone. But the rest of them will go in. Pile in and hit the hit the lion. Why are they getting stuck together? He has to hit them actually. So only 3 can hit the lion. Okay, fine. 2 power fists into the lion. I'll go for lethal hits because he's really tough. Alright. I'm hitting on freeze, but I can reroll because 10 minutes to the Dark Pact. They're lethal. And these are wound on 5s. So it's 4 invulnerable saves of 3+. He's absolutely fine, of course he is. Alright, I've got a chain fist, let's see if he likes that. This is going to hit on 4s rerolling. And then they're both lethal. So 2 more invulnerable saves. He's still absolutely fine. Right, this is annoying me now, John. Terminator into the Deathwing Knights. Hits all the times. And then 8. Yeah, they'll all win the Deathwing Knights. 3 invulnerable saves on the Knights. 2 damage becomes 1 damage, so all of them take 2 wounds off of one of them. Alright, I'm going to move across to the Sorcerer hit in Hellblasters and Azrael and Lieutenant in just a second. But basically, those Terminators did nothing. They didn't even shield a bad one. So that was a thing. Right. That's why I like a Baden with Chosen, because then you can get around the board quicker and charge things.
Yeah, true.
Or put them inside a Land Raider. Anyway, Sorcerer is going to hit them now. Dark Pact, let's do one of those. That's passed. I'll go for sustained hits. I'm going to hit on freeze. And I've only hit twice. But I'll win on freeze. 2 at AP 1. 2 4-up saves. And you're absolutely fine. Brilliant. Fantastic. And that is in the Dark Angel's turn, but you have cleansed 2 objectives, and you have area denied, sir. So you get all your points and prizes.
Yay!
As we go into Chaos turn 3. Right, it's Chaos Space Marine turn 3. I've got 10 on the primary again from home objective and the one that's over there. So it's now 25 to 36. And my secondaries, they're okay, I guess. Establish Locus, defend a stronghold. I had to spend a CP to get rid of area denial because that wasn't going to happen because the Dark Angels are all over it. But establish Locus I can do. I've got a Sorcerer back here. He can do that. That's fine. I've got some Obliters back here as well, which are going to try and deal with these pesky infiltrators. And Cypher got a 6 on his advance. So he's ran along the side here and he can shoot them as well. So hopefully I can knock John off of one of these objectives. Then the Dark Angels are going to get 10 primary. Meanwhile, defending Stronghold. I mean, there's the lion right there. Because of my tactical genius, I thought of a plan. Thought about the Terminators, because if they stay in combat, you got to fight first with him, and then they'll hit before I hit, so they'll all just die. So instead of falling the back, I've made a line of Terminators. They're going to move block you. Yes, you can kill them in your turn, but there's no way you can then consolidate onto my objective, so I will defend my stronghold. Haha! So I'm getting my points. The Land Raider's also parked on that objective as well, just for extra security, more than anything else, and also to stop you from charging it, because it would have been easy to charge it there. So now you've got to walk around the Terminators if you want to then charge it. You can still see the Vindicator, so that's that. And then over here, the Havocs have moved. There's a little line behind the back of my Rhino to shoot your Vindicator. And the Rhino's gone there, because if I fail to kill you in shooting, I can charge and tank shot you with a Rhino and finish you off, perhaps, maybe. Yeah. And then maybe if I'm lucky, I might charge in and kill some Stone Guard. Who knows? And then the Plague Marines got out. They're on this objective. They're going to hold down that objective. But I'll probably have it anyway. But they're mainly there to raise a banner and get me an extra point. Because at this point, I need more points. So they can do that for me. And that's it for movement. So I'm going to start the shooting phase with some shooting. Because it's the shooting phase. Yeah, the shooting I'm starting off with will be Cypher into these infiltrators to stop, because I want the Obliterators to go into them as well. So I'll do Cypher first. He'll do a Dark Pact. He passes his Dark Pact. I'll go for lethal hits because all his pistols have sustained hits already.
Makes sense, yeah.
I'll start off with the Plasma Pistol, hitting on 2s. And that's lethal and sustained. And then it'll win on 2s because it's always supercharged. So that is 3 at AP 3, but there is definitely covering things in the way. So that's 3 5+ saves. So they've all gone through, but you do have a feel no pain. So 2 dice at a time, 3 times. The first guy dies, the second guy dies, and the third guy dies. So he's got 3 infiltrators with just his plasma pistol, and then he'll pick up his bolt pistol, which hits nearly all the times. And then 4s. 2 AP1, but there's cover, so 2 3-up saves.
2.
Oh, he might die as well. Feel no pains? Yeah. Oh my god, he's killed almost the entire squad all by himself. Right, moving across the Obliterators now. There's only 1 infiltrator left, so I could split fire into the Terminators and things, but I'm not going to do it. I just want him dead. I want you off the objective, deny you some points. Although, one's wounded, I don't think it's worth me doing a Dark Pact. I don't think I need lethal sustained hits for 2 Obliterators to kill 1 infiltrator, so I'm not going to risk hurting myself. I'll do the Ruinous Salvo, the 2 damage shots, which are D6 shots each, which is 6 shots in total. Hitting on 3s. Didn't get any 6s anyway, look, but they've all hit! And they're going to win on 2s. Gets rid of 8. These are AP2, 2 damage, so it's 5 5-up saves. So you made some. Oh, that's pretty good actually. So only 2 go through, which means you got 4 feel no pains to make on 1 guy. So you need some 6s now. You need at least 3 6s. Oh, almost, but he dies. Just. Right, going across to here, the Havocs now, and their little conga line are going to shoot through that gap behind the Rhino into the Vindicator, which has, of course, been armoured contempted, because, you know, you want it to stay alive. Let's dart pack these Havocs. They've failed. Oh no, mortal wounds coming my way. Oh, 3! That kills the champion under missile launcher dude. Oh dear. So they're dead. Okay, fine. I'll do sustained hits now, I think. Las cannons on freeze. Sustained. So I've hit twice. I'm winning on freeze. There's 1. AP 3, but covering armor contempt. 1 free up save. Oh, we failed it. D6 plus 1. 6 damage! So I did 3 mortal wounds to myself and 6 damage to you.
Oh, yeah.
I've also got a cracked rocket, which hits and wounds, but that'll be a 2-up because I'm content and cover. And you save that one. But I did 6 damage. Okay. Okay, 5 wounds remaining on the Vindicator. It did cost me 2 of my Havocs, but oh well, that is the way of chaos. The Rhino is going to put everything into what's left of that Hellblaster squad. Because if I kill the last Hellblaster, that is no longer an attached unit. Dart pack test. I've passed. Let's go with sustained hits. And let's shoot a Combi Bolter. Is it rapid fire range? I think it is. Yeah. Combi Bolter on freeze. 6s will explode. And then on 4s. That's 3. So 3. What's the save of Azrael? Was it you got a different save?
2.
Right. Well, 2 3-ups then to start with, and see what happens. Oh,
2 free up.
that's right. Never mind. So 1 wound off the Hellblaster so far. So you've got up wound left, and then we've got the combi weapon, which hits once and is sustained, and this will be anti-infantry 4 devastating. So that then kills the last Hellblaster, or the last wound off the Hellblaster rather.
Yeah.
So he's dead. And the Havoc launcher will go into what's left of the characters with 3 shots, hitting on freeze, 2 explosions, and winning on freeze. And then you can put those 2 wounds either on the Lieutenant or Azrael.
2 saves, yeah.
Yeah, Lieutenant or Azrael.
Lieutenant.
So 3-ups then. So he takes up wound, but the Hellblaster's dead. Does he shoot on death, John, the Hellblaster? He doesn't. He just falls over and, well, dies.
Yeah.
Right, moving on to the Land Raider. It's going to dart packed up and shoot everything into the Deathwing Knights because it can't quite see the Vindicator because I parked the Rhino in the way. But never mind. Dart pack. I've passed. Right, let's go for sustained hits and put everything into these Terminators. Las cannons on freeze. 6s will explode. So I've hit every time. I'm going to win on 2s. So it's 3 invulnerable saves from las cannons to the face. Looking for 4s. Or mores. So 1 goes through. Would be d6 plus 1 damage, but they're minus 1 damage, so it's d6. There's a guy on 2 wounds, he's died.
Okay.
Just about. And I've got the heavy bolters, and that's sustained. And it's a wound on 4s. So 2 more. There's no. Oh yeah, one of them's in cover. You can have 2 2-up saves on the guy in cover if you want. Just as well. And I've got combi weapon on 4s. And then it'll be anti-infantry 4-up. So that's a devastating wound, but you have a 4 if you're no pain from those at the moment because there's a line next to them.
Yeah.
So 1 4-up. And you're fine. And then I've got a Havoc launcher, which will have 3 shots, plus 1 to the blast. Freeze. That explodes. Winning on 4s. And 3 more 2+ saves. Oh, one of them goes down to a wound from the Havoc launcher of all things. Okay. Right, that's the shooting phase over for me. So into the charge phase. Obliterators into Terminators. They need a 5. That's more than a 5, so that's fine. They'll go in. And then I've got the Rhino, which I'm just going to bump into your Vindicator just because I can. He's made it as well. Cool. So that's the charge is done. Right, the charging units have made it. I'll start with the Obliterators. Let's do a dart pact. They've passed it. I'll go for sustained hits with their crunching fists. Hitting on freeze. 6s will explode. Don't get any 6s. Fine. And then I'm going to win on freeze. So they've all wounded. So that's 5, 4+ invulnerable saves. 2 damage each. I just wound a Terminator. Oh dear. Might have been a bad idea, that. Okay, right. We did the tank fight. Nothing happened. Terminator's going back into the Obliterators now. This is what I was afraid of. I needed to kill a couple of them, really. Power Fists on freeze. Well, you've missed a few. I might be okay. You are winning on freeze, though, even though I'm tapping 7, because you're strength 8. 4. Okay. 4 ups. 2 damage each. Okay, apparently I'm fine. And then the sergeant has to have a power weapon because that's how they are. So you've hit 3 times with him, and these are win on 5s. AP2, 4 up 1 damage. Oh, so the power sword does a bit of damage, but the power fists did absolutely nothing. So you haven't killed any of me, and I haven't killed any of you, but at least I blocked your Terminators up, which is fine. Because in my turn, if I wanted to, John, I could pair CP, and the Obliterators can just shoot you into combat.
Oh, can they?
Yeah, it's cool. So that's the end of my turn. I'm currently defending my stronghold, but we'll see how that goes. I think it should be fairly safe. And I've definitely established a locus. And we'll come back for Dark Angels turn 4. Right, it's Dark Angels turn 4. They've got 10 on the primary points again for having the central objective and the one in their deployment zone. And then your secondaries are Mark for Death and Assassinate. I've got plenty of characters all over the place. I've got Cypher, I've got the Lord, I've got the Sorcerer Terminator, I've got the normal Sorcerer. There's characters everywhere.
Yeah.
Mark for Death, though. Sorcerer and Terminator armor back there. Chaos Lord and Terminator armor back here. And the Plague Marines over there. Not sure that's going to happen.
No.
But you've decided to keep your CP for other things. And then you over-mounted the Obliterators, and you spent one of your command points, because you got 2s of Azrael, to make these guys fall back, shoot, and charge.
Yes.
Which is
Intractable was the name of the stratagem.
Yeah, so that's a thing. So that's going to be a world of pain. Meanwhile, you up the OC of the Stern Guard, just to make sure you can hold that, and you pick one of them up with your Apothecary. Terminators have moved into face off my Terminators. The Lion is running over here, because he's seen this chap before. It's Cypher.
I recognise him.
He's dealt with a bad, didn't know he wants to deal with Cypher. Vindicate's still in combat, because it doesn't really bother it at all. Meanwhile, Azrael and the Lieutenant are running into that ruin to deal with the Sorcerer who ran in there last turn for your Assassinate. So we'll go into the shooting phase, where we will start with something. Right, starting over here, Terminators, effing into the Obliterators, starting with lots of Storm Bolter shots, hitting on freeze.
Rerolling.
And you've got Izio for the moment. They don't get +1 hit against the for moment target or anything, do they? Like normal Terminators? No? Yes?
Let me... Right.
Yes, they get +1 hit against the for moment target, so those 2s hit. Meanwhile, we can reroll the ones, of which there were some. And you hit on 2, so you hit every time. And you're winning on 5s because Obliterators and Storm Bolters. Assuming you get +1 wound against safe moment as well, right? That would be nice.
That would be nice, yeah.
But 4s to wound, 5s to wound rather. 8 wounds came through, 2+ saves. Oh my god, I've just rolled 4 1s. Well, that wasn't very good, was it? That's him dead and him down to 3. Oh dear. And then you got some crack rockets.
Yeah.
Going and hitting on 2s because you're shooting the infrared target. Wounding on 4s though because I'm -1 to wound. They're still both wounded. -2. Yeah, they both. No, 1 goes through. D6 damage. 2. I've got a wound left. I'm alive. Unless you want to CP that.
No.
Yes, I just rolled 4 1s on the 2-up save, so I've only got an Obliterate left on a wound now, so that's fun. I think you might be dead in a minute. Meanwhile, Azrael and the Lieutenant are still after this pesky Sorcerer.
Yes.
And Azrael's going to start shooting, what's the name of his gun?
Lion's Wrath.
That one. He's going to hit on 2s because he's no longer -1 hit because he's by himself.
Okay, here
what
we
a
go.
silly rule that is.
Both hit.
And that'll be...
Oh no, it's rapid fire 1, so isn't it?
You get an extra one.
There,
Does he get the sustained hits when he's by himself as well? Or only when he's leading a unit?
Let's just check quickly. Leading a unit.
Oh, so you're not sustained. Silly rule, isn't it? Anyway, you got 3 hits. You're going to wound on would-be 2s, but 3s. So 1 wound. Is that something special about it? AP?
-3.
I'm in a ruin, so 5s. Oh no! 2 damage?
Yeah.
2, so he's got 2 left. Right, and now we've got the Lieutenant trying to finish him off with his Mastercrafted Bolter thing. She'll also hit on 2s, and I think that's only lethal while he's leading a unit as well, so that's still not lethal. But he'll wound on 4s. So that's up wound, AP 1, but cover. He's alive! Just about, but I'm sure they'll finish him off in combat, unless you want to shoot the infiltrators at him as well.
I might.
Or does Azrael want to get the assassination himself?
Wow. Let me have a ponder.
Right, infiltrators, they're going to turn around and help out Azrael, of course they are. They're going to shoot the sorcerer now with their bolt carbine things. They're going to hit on 2s because they stay still. Because they have heavy. 2 shots each, yeah. So 10 shots hitting on 2s. Pretty good shooting, and you're going to win on 4s. 4?
Yeah.
3 up saves. Do they finish the job? No, apparently he's loving that.
Yeah.
Right, moving on to the line now. He's going to shoot Cypher in the back. So he's going to use 2 of his plasma shots, which hit on 2s. And 1 misses, but 1 hits. So, and then you need to... What's the strength of the plasma thing?
8.
8. So it would win on 2s, but 3s. So you need a 3 or more now. You get it. He's got 4+ invulnerable save, Cypher, because he's got mysterious protection. And he's fine.
He's okay.
He'll now shoot you back, because he does that. Alright, Cypher's going to shoot back, so let's shoot him back. Alright, so shoot him back with the bolt pistol first. So hitting on 2s, 6s will be sustained. So I've hit you more times than I had shots. But what's toughness of the line? Is that toughness 9 or something crazy?
Yeah, 9.
So 6s to wound. No wounds with the bolt pistol. But he's also got a plasma pistol, which hits twice. And a wound on 5s. There's a wound! 1 3+ invulnerable save. And you make it with the lion. For the lion. And lots of roaring going on. Okay, Stand-Guard veterans now unloading into the Terminators with many shots. They're definitely in rapid fire range.
Yeah.
So hitting on 3s.
Oh my.
Oh my, oh my.
That wasn't great, was it?
Oh, he still hit many times. Just missed also many times. They're going to win on 5s, but 6s will be devastating. So you really want the 6s. You got 6 and wound, which will be a 2-up save because things. I'm fine, but you wound 1. None of mine were wounded. Well, they are now. That one. Yeah. Right. You got a Vindicator.
Yeah.
He's got a gun.
He certainly does.
It's quite a big one.
Yeah.
You can either put a shell directly into the back of the Rhino, which would cause the crew all sorts of trouble, or you can shoot at a Land Raider or something.
I'd quite like to kill that Land Raider.
Would you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Did such a good job of it so far, so...
I think I might have to spend my CP to give it a Feel No Pain.
Okay.
Or... Yes, because I'm pretty sure you're going to kill him anyway. So yes, let's give the Land Raider a Feel No Pain.
Okay.
So D6 plus 3 shots. 7 shots. Because it's a Vindicator, you can shoot out of combat without -1 to hit. So you still hit on 3s. So you've hit 3 times. But you're going to win on 4s because I'm -1 wound. 1 wound. -3, but there's cover in the way. So that goes through. D6 damage. For 4. Feel no pains. I made 1 at least. That's 3 damage that have gone through. And then what are you shooting the Storm Bolter at? Do you want to shoot that at the Land Raider as well? Or you could shoot at the Havocs, potentially, if you wanted to.
Yeah, shoot the Havocs.
Yeah, might as well do it. You're in rapid fire range, I think. I don't know. Maybe? Yeah. Yeah, it was in rapid fire range, so that's 2 hits onto the... although, actually... No, those shots missed, because it's only the Demolish Cannon which doesn't suffer the -1 hit penalty. So the Storm Bolt was missed into the Havocs, so that's fine. I think that's what you're shooting, right? For Dark Angels?
I believe so.
Definitely next out of guns, they just have maces and things.
Yeah.
Charges then, where are we going? Okay, yeah, we did some charges off camera because most of them were unfailable, Paul. Terminators have gone in there. Azrael and the Lieutenant are going to the Sorcerer in that rear end. Terminators have gone back into the Obliterator, but the Lion's charge is a 6 into Cypher. And you've got CP for a reroll.
I do.
But Cypher would make it cost 2 CP, so you wouldn't be able to reroll it.
Oh, yeah.
So does he make the charge? He definitely makes the charge.
He's in.
Damn it. I think you might be getting your Assassinate. So he goes in like that.
Shield's fallen off.
Right, all the charges are going. You start with the Terminators. You've got 12 Power Fist attacks hit on 2s because it's the over-moment target. So I'm sure they should be official. Off an Obliterator on 1 wound. So go on then, John. Many attacks hit on 2s. Are you rolling any 1s if there are any? So you've hit every time. And then you're winning on 3s. Many saves. 7 wounds came through. I need 7 4-up saves to keep an Obliterator alive. No, he's been obliterated. Does he blow up? No, he doesn't really. He's dead though. Alright, moving on to Azrael then. Whacking the Sorcerer over there to try and get you Assassinate. Although the Lion might get that in a minute as well. But anyway, Azrael hitting on 2s. He's hit every time. And he's going to wound on 3s. And then it's AP lots of damage. He's definitely dead. Right, moving on to the Deathwing Knights now. Into what's left of my Terminator squad. So you're starting with the Great Weapon of the Unforgiven, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
So hitting on 2s, because Deathwing Knights. Is that a sustained hit?
Yes.
Oh, so that one misses, but you got 2 6s. So you got 2 extra hits. And then wounding on strength of this?
6.
So freeze to wound. Does that devastate wounds as well?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's devastating. And that's 4 AP2.
Yeah.
So 3 have gone through in total. What's the damage?
2.
So kill the wounded guy and another one. Okay. And then you got some maces to finish off what's left, basically.
Right. So
there's 3 of them.
4 attacks each. 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Maces on 2s. There's some 1s there.
Oh, there is.
I wanted to see more 1s than that, really, but never mind. What's the strength for these as well?
6.
So 3s again. There's lots of 1s, John. That's just 3 wounds. I don't think they're going to do it.
No. That's quite a few ones.
4 ups. I'm absolutely fine.
Oh, okay.
But at least the sergeant killed a couple, all right?
Yeah.
Because the rest of them are letting the side down.
Yeah, a little bit.
Alright, I've got some Terminators left, so they'll fight back in a minute. But until then, the Lion's going to hit the Cypher. But if you strike me down, I'll become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. Although, you've got many attacks hitting on 2s.
I do.
With your strike profile. You've missed twice, but that 6 is lethal, right? So that's already wounded. And these ones are going to wound on 2s. So I want to see some more 1s. That'd be lovely. There's one more 1. That is 5 wounds in total. 4 plus invulnerable saves. What's the damage of this?
4.
Oh yeah, he's dead. Oh. Yes, Cypher's been captured, but he'll probably escape, so all will be fine. But you've definitely got Assassinate. You've got rid of 2 characters now. We did the tank fight off camera. Nothing happened. Surprise, surprise. Terminators, own the Terminators. Let's do a Dark Pact. Why not? I've failed. That's probably why not. D3 mortal wounds to myself. 2. Brilliant. Okay. But it's fine, because now they can reroll all hits, and I'll have sustained hits. Let's start with a Power Fist guy. On 3s. Rerolling. And that's sustained. There we go, that's good. And then winning on 3s. 3 invulnerable saves on Deathwing Knights. And that's 3 lions.
Okay.
I don't like your lions, Don. It means you're rolling well. Chain Fist on 4s. Re-rolling. And then freeze to wound. 1 invulnerable save. Come on, there's a guy on a wound. Yeah, I've killed him. Huzzah! So now you've got just the 3 Deathwing Knights now. Right, okay. Chaos Space Marines turn 4. I get 10 on the primary from the 2 objective. I also had a point at the end of my last turn for raising a banner there with the Plague Marines because they're battle line. And I defended my stronghold. So I'm now up to 43 points. The Dark Angels 51. So there's only, 8 points in it? Yeah, 8 points in it. Secondaries, I got Overwhelming Force, didn't like that, got rid of it for a CP. I've now got Cleanse and Engage in all fronts. I can get Engaged, I've done that, that's 4 points. Cleanse, I can do at least one objective, that's an extra 2. So then I'll be 2 points behind as we go into turn 5. So it's a close one. Meanwhile, what I've done is I've passed the Battle Shock on the Terminators and the Land Raider. The Terminators have fallen back because obviously die. The Chaos Lord and Terminator Armour has walked towards the Deathwing Knights. He wants to go in and hit what's left of them after the Land Raider's probably shot in. Havocs have moved back into the ruin here. They're going to shoot the Vindicator. Plague Wounds are going to sit here and cleanse the objective there. The Rhino that was in combat with the Vindicator has fallen back over there to get engaged for this quarter. So I've got 1, 2, 3. And then the Sorcerer walked back to where he came from to get that quarter, basically. So I'm now in all 4 quarters. So that's good, that's fine. And then while he's there, the Sorcerer can start chipping away at some infiltrators or something. So that's it in terms of movement and things. I will start the shooting phase with the Havocs shooting a Vindicator. And I will Dark Pact for sustained hits. Did you want to Armour Contempt or something? Because Popping Smoke's going to give you no benefit whatsoever. Because you're already in cover and they don't care about modifiers.
Yeah.
Armour Contempt again. It's kept it alive so far.
Yeah.
Right, Dark Pact with the Havocs then. They've failed. Oh no. D3 mortal wounds. Oh, just a 1. Okay, I haven't lost a guy this time. So let's do sustained hits. Your toughness 11, aren't you? You said. So last cannon's hitting on 3s. 6s will be sustained. Okay, both hit. They'll wound on 3s. 1 wound, which will be a 3-up save because of cover and armor contempt. You've made it. A cracked rocket. Hits. Wounds. 2-up save. Oh, stop it. Right. Okay. Alright, okay, I'm not going to take out that Vindicator. Land Raider's going to shoot everything into these Terminators, John. Although actually, the Havoc Launcher, the Heavy Bolter and the... Yeah, Havoc Launcher and Heavy Bolter will actually go into these chaps.
Right.
But the last cannons and the combo weapon are going to go into them. Okay?
Okay.
So, anything wounded? No. Right. Last cannon's on 4s because he's poorly. And because he's poorly, I'm not going to Dark Pact. And of course, when I don't Dark Pact, I roll a 6. Anyway, I've hit twice. I'll win them on 2s. 2 invulnerable saves on the Deathwing Knights. 1 goes through for d6 plus 1, but then minus 1 to d6 damage. It's 1's on a wound. Okay.
2 wounds, isn't it? 4.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, they have 4 wounds as well, don't they? How annoying. Combi weapon was going into them as well, which will now hit on 5s. Anti-infantry 4 up. No. Okay, and then I've got the heavy bolters and Havoc Launcher into them. So heavy bolters on 4s. 6s are sustained. And then 3 wound, twin linked. 3 up saves because they're all in cover on your stone guard. 3 ups or death. That's really cocked. That's still really cocked. Roll it flat! There you go, so 1. Right, so I've killed 2 of them. You can only bring back 1 a turn, so that's something. And the Havoc Launcher will be d6 plus 1 shots for 7 shots. On 4s because I'm poorly. And then 3s. 2 more 3-up saves.
2 more.
1 takes a wound. Right, Chaos Lord and Terminator Armour. He's going to shoot through at the Deathwing Knights as well. He's not going to do a Dark Pact. He's just going to shoot normally with his combi weapon on 3s. And then anti-infantry 4 up. Nope, fine, okay. And then the Sorcerer will do an Infernal Gaze into your infiltrators and he will supercharge it.
Okay.
For d6 shots. For 1. Brilliant. And he's missed. Brilliant. And now hazardous check, don't roll another 1. Oh. Okay. He's got a combi bolter as well, which will also shoot at you. And it's hit once. And it's not wounded. I'm rolling lots of 1s. I'll get rid of those dice. That, I believe, is almost into my turn. I've got a charge with my Lord. I need a 5. That's enough.
That's it.
Let's see if I can smash some of these Deathwing Knights with a Terminator Lord, because that sounds like fun. Right, the Chaos Lord's gone in. I'm not going to do a dark pack because I want him to survive as long as possible. And the way this is going, I seem to be failing quite a lot of them today. So I'm going to hit you on 2s. I've got lots of 6s, but never mind. Everything's hit though. Winning on 4s. Strength 5. So it's 3 invulnerable saves. It would be 2 damage, but it's 1 damage because it's definitely knights. So I've only wounded the guy on 2 wounds. Oh, that's so annoying. But it's alright, when you hit me back, I half damage as well, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Right, the Deathwing Knights will strike back. I think I've just angered the beast.
Yeah.
You've got your sergeant with his mace or whatever it is.
Weapon, yeah.
That thing.
So 5 attacks.
Hitting on 2s.
Hitting on 2s. Oh dear.
But that's sustained hits, right?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So those 2 get you an extra 2 attacks. There you go. So you've actually hit every time.
Woo!
And then you're wounding on 3s? What's the strength for that?
6.
So wounding on 3s, but that's
It's a
devastating.
Wound, yeah.
And then I've got 2 4-up saves, which I failed both of them. What's the damage on this though?
2.
Which becomes 1 because I half damage. So I've taken 3 in total.
Yeah.
See, I can do all this damage reduction nonsense as well. It's not just you. And then you've got the other 2 guys going in,
Yeah.
hitting on 2s. So they've hit every time.
It's alright.
And their strength is also high, so 3s.
Yeah, strength 6.
Okay, so 6. 6 4-up saves. These will be 1 damage each because I half damage. That's not going to save me though. I'm still dead. Well, that charge went terribly wrong. It would have been nice if I at least killed one and then I might have survived and sort of stuck you in combat a bit. But never mind. Oh well, things happen. Okay, at the end of battle round 4, there was 2 points in it, 51 to 49 to the Dark Angels. Going to the Dark Angels 10-5, you're getting 10 more on the primary, for the central objective and your home objective. And then your secondaries are now recover assets and defend stronghold. So pretty good ones really, because there's not really much near your home objective other than a rhino and potentially a sorcerer. So that's that. And then recover assets do actions in different areas of the battlefield. And then they complete at the end of my turn. So the lion's ran over here. I'm not going to kill him anytime soon. So he's doing my deployment zone. Terminators have moved here. They're doing no man's land. And the infiltrators have moved into the ruin there to get some cover. And they're doing your home deployment zone. What did you put as the O for moment, John? What do you want the O for moment on?
Oh yeah, what was?
Because I don't think you chose one. So what do you want to be the O for moment?
Terminators or the...
Yeah, so O for moment on the Land Raider makes perfect sense. The Deathwing Knights have gone in that direction. Stern Guard have shuffled a bit in the middle just to get some better lines of fire. And you gave your extra OC thing to the infiltrators that are on your home objective because defend strongholds is a thing. So that's all that stuff. And we're going into the shooting phase now, where we're going to start with...
I'll do the Vindicator.
Into the
Land Raider.
Into the Land Raider. Okay, fine. I'm not going to give myself a feel no pain. I've only got 4 wounds left. I don't think it'll make a difference.
Okay.
D6 plus 3 shots.
Yeah.
For 9.
I'll have that. Nice.
Oh. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling. That's lots of lions. I don't like that. You can re-roll those ones though. So you've hit most of the times. And you're winning on 4s because of my -1 to wound shenanigans. Which helps slightly. There's a few 3s there. So 4-up saves because of cover. 2 go through. So 2d6 damage. Double 1 would be lovely. No, that's 9 damage. It's dead. Does it go boom and kill some Deathwing Knights? Please do. Oh. Alright, moving on now to the Stern Guard, which you're going to shoot the Terminators. Yes, there's more Stern Guard. You keep picking them back up again. It's really annoying.
Yeah.
Fine. So 10 shots into the Terminators then, hitting on 3s.
Yeah.
Because some of them did move a bit. So 3s to hit. And you're winning on 5s, but 6s are devastating. So that's what you're looking for. So I guess just too devastating then. One of them was on a wound, he's dead, and then you wounded the other guy down to 2 wounds. So that was some good shooting. And then that's probably all you shoot. Well, I suppose you could shoot some shots at the librarian or the rhino or something, but with Azrael.
I'll shoot Azrael at your
Terminator
Lord.
Sorcerer. Cool. Well, he is my lord now, everyone else is dead.
Right, so 2 shots.
Yep. Hitting on 2s. He doesn't get those sustained unless he's leading a unit, which he's not anymore.
No.
He would wound on 3s, but 4s. And then it's a 4+ invulnerable save, which I make. And then your lieutenant's got a mastercrafted bolter thing, which hits both the times. And a wound on 5s. And I'll get a tilt save because there's loads of cover in the way. Ah! Still take 2 damage. So he's down to 3 wounds. Fine. I think that's it for your shooting, isn't it?
Yes.
And then it's just charging Terminators into Terminator.
So, yeah.
I mean, you're not going to fail the charge, John.
No.
And I'll save you and all the viewers some time, and I'll pick up my Terminator.
I might completely whiff it, you don't know.
No, not going to happen. And I think it's at this stage, John, I'm probably going to concede, to be honest. All I've got left, I can score at the end of my turn 5 more primary there. I'm not going to be able to get onto any other objectives. And then I might get a secondary that I can do, but probably not. And you're too far ahead now, because there's no way I can kill those units to stop them scoring your recover assets. I can't kill him. There's literally impossible. Can't kill them. I might be able to kill some infiltrators, but I'm not going to kill all of them. So I will concede, John. We'll work out the points, but it will be a victory for the Dark Angels.
Woo.
Right, we just looked at secondaries and things. There was no way for me to win, but in terms of points, I would have had sabotage and recover assets. Plague Wounds could sabotage that objective and hold that to get me the 3 points of sabotage and the 5 primary at the end of my turn. Havertz can recover assets in No Man's Land. He just sits there in your deployment zone and recovers assets there. So I will get some points at least in my last turn, an extra 11. But there was no way I would have stopped you from getting these 9. So it would finish 80 points to the Dark Angels in total to 70 to the Chaos. So it was fairly close until it kind of wasn't. I mean, you scored 10 more primary than me and you finished on 10 more points. So I guess that's the story that tells. Too much in the middle and you hit my brick before my brick hit your brick, basically.
Yeah.
I think it all came down to whoever charged who first in the middle, realistically. And you got the charge off first. You killed a Baden and Cypher.
Yeah.
And he had a great time, the Lion, today.
I think trying to just get rid of a Baden helps, doesn't it? Because he is a bit of a beast.
Yeah, Epic Challenge is an amazing strat. Give you precision in combat. If you've got a big killy character and you want to pick out a character, it's good. But yeah, went for the Dark Angels. So yeah, thanks for coming again, John.
Thank you.
And thanks for watching, everyone. And we'll see you in the next one.